Minicamp, just talk about what you guys hope to accomplish and how you feel just being in minicamp and being able to do everything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel great. Obviously, just as you said, not being restricted, being able to every drill, everything, and it counts. It matters. Just being able to get out there and having so many reps with these young guys, having such a young receiving core and young team, just being able to rotate those guys, but me actually getting there with those reps, be able to have to explain some of the things to them. But those are good quality reps for me and for some of those guys we're going to actually need in the fall.
Mike made a point to talk about the difference between this year and last year. How you were able to run more and do more and build more comfortable. You seem like you're leaner and more mobile with the scramble drills. Do you feel that way?
No, I definitely do. I mean, I go into each offseason trying to be a better player and person than I was the year before. And so at this stage, at this point, I definitely feel like I've accomplished that. I think I'm far, so much further along than I was last year at this time. I mean, just being able to get the team reps, as you said, being able to move more, take care of my whole body, and just focus on everything and not just my leg. It's a huge difference.
You feel like you're at your best when you're doing more on the move as a quarterback?
My confidence is through the roof. I mean, I feel good on the move or not. So, I mean, to say that on the move is my best, I mean, I feel like I can make every throw from on the move, yes.
Dak, seeing Kellen on the walkie-talkie and your headset and all that, I'm sure that you guys have done that before, but how much does that help? And is that a part of the off-season process of getting used to him? Is he talking to you in your earpiece with that, or is he talking to somebody else?
No. I mean, that's honestly the only way we've practiced. We do that throughout the week. I mean, that's the normal process of Kellen calling through the
importance of that, though, of getting used to that. That's sometimes these can be a grind, but I'm feeling like that's probably something that can help you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know any other way to answer that. That's the way we've practiced, the way we've prepared, and I'm sure when I come on Sundays, it's second nature. We've been getting that call. I've been approaching the huddle. Everybody's communicating the personnel. So yeah, once you get into the fall, we've done this since April. So.
What does it mean to have Dalton Schultz out there?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Obviously, just what he means to this team, his leadership, and just what the role he stepped into to be the guy at tight end and to be a leader of this offense and to make plays. He's a guy that I can count on, that I can trust, and that's just continue to grow, and it's grown through these last few weeks.
Mike also talked about the fact that last year they were being smart with you, and they didn't have the many called runs in the playbook and things. They limited some of the things because of you coming off the injury. He said they probably would put more in this year. Do you feel that way, that you can run more than you did last year because of you're 1 year away from it?
Yeah, I mean, I expect to have about 20 carries a game.
What's that balance between getting some of that back, but also understanding, like you said, when you got your contract, that you've got to be smart about it?
Risk versus reward, and just understanding that, yeah, some of those are called, and why are they called? To go get the first down, get some yards, get out of bounds, and just know the importance of everything. And the coach isn't going to call that for me to go try to run people over and stiff for him. So just being smart and understanding that me being available is the best for me.
Dak, was getting leaner a conscious decision by you, or was it just a product of you being able to do more physically than you were able to do?
Yeah, honestly, it's just a product. I mean, weight's the same, so people tell me that, I say thank you. So I mean, it's just a product of working on everything and not just my leg, and whether it be rotation, whether it be diet, whatever. Just focused on, as I said, just every way that I can get better.
Dak, what excites you most about this offense? You know, you have the guys that are eager to prove themselves this season, and whatever the outside talk is, I know that doesn't matter to you, but for you personally, what excites you about this offense?
Just the youth that we have, as many young guys that we have, and we're going to have to count on some of those guys. And I'm excited for just what they've done in the time that they've been here, and I know the steps that they're going to take once we get into training camp. And as you said, excited for those guys just to get their name be known, because there's a lot of guys that can make plays and guys that are going to be huge to this offense that I don't think their names are known yet.
You've mentioned Tolbert before. Does he continue to be one of those guys you think can have a breakout year?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you draft a guy in the third round, you expect him to come in and make a difference. And losing the weapons that we did out wide, we're going to count on him, and he knows that. But he's a guy that's come in, had the right approach in it, learned the playbook, asking more and more what he can learn, and he'll continue to get better. And I'm sure he's going to take huge strides just in this month we're off, knowing his personality and the guy he is.
What did you give him today, Tolbert?
Yeah, I mean, great. Just getting better. Continue getting better. I mean, all I'm comparing him to is the last time we were out there at practice, and he's making a stride. So as long as we continue to do that, he's putting himself in a good position.
How do you make up the time that you've not had with a guy like Washington? CD's been out the last couple of weeks. How do you make up that time between now and when you get out to Oxnard?
Yeah, I mean, we'll get together. I'm fortunate, obviously, to have a field at the house. We'll make sure that we get out there a few times and just make up that chemistry. Just get some of those routes, some of those things that we may not have feel comfortable on. But CD's a guy that we've been working. We've worked all the way up to this point. So he's not necessarily what I'm talking about. But James and some of these other guys will make it a point to get some extra time in.
it's early in the offseason program, but anyone from all three phases that may be sticking out to you, a newcomer?
I mean, a lot of the young guys, honestly, and I wouldn't dare to say one, just to be honest. Just there's 31 other teams listening as well. So a lot of those young guys. I mean, we're a young team, and obviously you look in the draft and you look at what we did, and you look at our roster. Year 1 and year 2 guys are going to be asked to play, and there's definitely a few on both sides of the ball that I'm excited for just what they've done and how quick they've come in and made an impact just out there at practice.
Were there times last year where you thought about protecting your leg in a way that you no longer do?
No, I can't say I did. I mean, once I get inside the lines, game day, I mean, I'm just focused on whatever it takes. And yeah, I mean, you go back. There's actually a couple of plays I looked at and may have said that wasn't too smart. So no, not necessarily.
But were there times that you look back that you would run now that you didn't last year?
Yeah, but I think that's all just a process of practicing that as well. I can say that post-snap, but why didn't I do it at that time? You know, why didn't I react that? So looking at that is going back in this time of this offseason and reacting that way, making myself react that way at times. So when I come to the game, getting those scenarios, it's second nature. We're not looking back saying what if or if I could have done that. And I mean, I don't play the game with regret. So it's just about going out there and playing in my preparation.
What about particularly with the read option, like in the red zone? It just didn't seem like you guys did as much of that last year. And obviously you coming back from the injury, do you think that there's a time where that could possibly come back, or is that in the past for you?
Yeah, I mean, it may have been in the playbook some last year. The guys just didn't give me the read, you know, so you didn't think I was reading it. But I would, I wouldn't be surprised if it's, third and short, red zone. They're called a little bit more, but those things were called.
You've had past summers where you've taken your receivers or all of your pass catchers on a trip. Is that something you plan to do this year, or now that you have the field, is it less something you focus on?
No, I mean, I still plan to do it. I think it's just something to break the monotonous cycle, whether it's the building, whether it's my field. Just get the guys in a different environment, train, make it a little fun, and get some camaraderie at the same time.
What do you like about James and what he can bring to your Washington?
Yeah, I mean, obviously just a veteran. I mean, you turn on the film, contested catch guy. He's got some juice. I mean, he can take the top off, and just in the time that we've had, he's been very, very friendly and quarterback friendly. And so running good routes. I'm excited just to see him with the defenders now.
Is this the leanest you've ever been, or just the leanest you've been since the NFL? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Since NFL or college?
Yeah, I mean, no, definitely. Total, ever. Yeah, in college I was a meathead.
So do you feel faster then? Have you timed yourself? Are you faster? Have you done any?
I'm leaner. I'm not faster.
Okay, I'm just.
Yeah, I'm leaner.
Going back to Tolbert for a minute.
Those don't necessarily go hand in hand.
You said there was a play last week where you were really happy with his spacing and timing. Do you know what that was that he was referring to? I think it was in-team periods. And then also, you've talked about not giving him too much too quickly. Now that you're a few weeks into this, how does that change the conversations you're having?
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily know that particular play, but now it's about going back to that and really explaining him to why that was good, or going back to finding other plays that maybe wasn't so good and explaining him and talking through them. So now he has the reps to see it and to learn from, and just the more reps we get, the more we can talk over those and continue to grow.
In terms of self-improvement this offseason, what have you focused on?
I mean, everything, just throwing the ball from every platform. As I said, using my back leg, every throw, keeping it under me, and it's paid off. I can see I can definitely tell.
Simi Fehoko, do you see a real difference in him from year 1 to year 2?
Who? I'm sorry?
Simi Fehoko.
Okay.
Do you see a real difference in him from year 1 to year 2?
Yeah, oh, come on, man. All I heard was the Oko. No, definitely. I mean, he's obviously, that's a stride that you have to take, and he's taken that in this offseason, whether it's been times of throwing, the extra throwing, making sure that he's been there and he hasn't missed any of those. And then you get out here in these the football, the 11 on 11 or whatever it is, and he's taking strides, and he'll continue to take more. He's a guy that is going to be big for us.
What happened to your hat? Back of your hat.
It's an old hat.
Sweat.
Yeah, it's called work. I didn't say that.
You talk about being leaner. Is your diet drastically different than it used to be?
I can't say it's drastically different than a year ago. Maybe a few years ago.
College,
definitely different than college. I mean, college was a Taco Bell, McDonald's mandatory weekly. So I mean, that's being the fast food and all that, removing that for the most part. It hasn't changed from last year. Just training a little bit different, doing a lot more rotational things that I think have just dropped some of the baby fat, I guess, off.
Is that just a thing that happens for all players? They reach the mid-20s, late 20s, and the metabolism starts changing a bit?
I mean, obviously, yeah, definitely metabolism changed, and we have to be aware of that, right? Wanting to continue to play and make sure we're in the best shape. And I think if you listen to coaches and honestly just older vets, they'll say that a lot of people get more fit, I guess you can say, or drop a pound or two each year just to make sure that they're staying fit and staying lean.
Do you still have to do the same warm-up before practice that you've done with Britt and those things?
No. Found a different way to get the same results or the same warm up out of that, just in different ways.
How are you glad that you don't?
Yeah, just more efficient. Yeah, just more efficient. Feel like I'm not getting maybe 2 workouts in before practice. So, yeah. Good to go. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
I think.